Okay, so you should have this file. Um, so all of these are for the internet protocol. So you know, don't bother about all this from this point to this point. So you just don't bother about those ones yet. So this is where you start from for your dashboard, line 69. Okay, so line 69 is the same. So for your layout, you might want to change the title, maybe change it to IoT smart home or whatever, smart garage or smart something. Okay, so yeah. So does anyone want to talk about this project? Maybe we can use this project to do some modifications here. If you have any project you have in mind, you want to work on, then we can just do some modifications.
Yeah, let's look at the most common, maybe IoT in smart buildings.
Smart buildings, okay, 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 that's good. So let's say for the smart building, so let's plan it out first. Um,
So let's say we are looking at electricity consumption.
okay, okay, just 1 second. I just want us to do the grid layout.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say if you can you see all see my screen, the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So in this case now, what will you suggest as the title?
Title: Smart Building.
Okay. So maybe
IoT enabled smart building. IoT enabled smart building. Yeah.
IoT enabled smart building. Okay. All right. So now, so let's say we in the smart building, maybe on our dashboard we probably need some components, right? Like some gauges to monitor what is happening. So I think we were talking about is it power consumption,
Yeah, electricity.
electricity consumption. Okay. So again, we might decide, okay, so let's say column one uh, will be our power usage, right? Power usage. So for power usage, right, we might want to display it either as a digital format.
We are not seeing your page.
Sorry?
We are not seeing your spider page. Your Anaconda page, sorry. I thought you were writing a program or something.
No. We are working on the grid layout on the PowerPoint.
Okay.
So maybe column one, we're trying to see how the grid will look like before we go into coding. So maybe for power usage, right, we might be thinking of using maybe a digital display. Either digital display or we want to use a gauge. It depends on what we want to use. What else would you like to monitor in your smart building?
Let's say location tracking. We like you want to detect human activity.
Okay. So for human activity, right? We may
or
want to
crowd
see
or crowd counting,
crowd counting.
or counting the people in the building.
Okay. So maybe to do that, maybe to make it much easier, maybe we can just make this building a smart hall. Maybe smart hall, right? A smart hall. So we want to see so you may want to see for in the all right. So you might see the counter for people in the building. Okay. Then what else maybe would you like to see?
Water consumption control.
Water consumption control. Or maybe water consumption. Let's say water consumption. Okay. Now, the thing I like about this row 2 is it gives more like utility usage. So power, water, the number of people in the building, okay, which is fine. So maybe for row 3, maybe we are interested in monitoring some of the appliances. Maybe we can create row 3 for appliances. So you may want to monitor if a door is open, or you want to monitor some sockets, or you want to monitor some lighting points. So I don't know, maybe that is maybe part of something you're interested in.
Yeah, so we call it home appliances automation.
Okay. So in that case, right, for purpose of simplicity, so we just assume this is a all, right? So maybe we just look at the one. Check if the one is open. This row 3 would be for doors, windows. Let me see if windows open, window 1. What else? One, window 1, or maybe door 2. Then maybe this row 4 can be for sockets. Socket 1, socket 2. Socket 3. Okay. Now we can create another row 5 here to control some of the appliances. So maybe maybe this is enough for our single page dashboard for now. So another thing that you may be interested in looking at, let me see. Another thing you may be interested in looking at is maybe another page on your application to visualize your data. So you want to take all your data, you want to see what is happening. So maybe you want to see your utility consumption for the whole of the year. So in that case, maybe again, you can add it on the same dashboard, maybe row 6 or something, so that everything is just on one page. But if you don't want too many things to be on one page, then you can create another page with data analysis. So this will be a dashboard that shows you what is happening in the building. Then another page will be for your data analysis. So for your data analysis page, you probably will have first your drop-down menu. Drop-down menu, right? So in the drop-down menu, you can select to visualize what is happening in your graph. Do something like this. So this can be a drop-down menu. And in this row 2, you can have 2 drop-down menus, Ctrl+C. So the first drop-down menu will be to select, let me do something. So maybe it will be to select your usage. It could be data consumption. Then the second drop-down menu would be for maybe you want to visualize maybe yeah. Yeah, a month or week. You want to see your weekly consumption or daily consumption. Okay. So you may have a drop-down menu here. Let me just do it this way. Okay. So after that, so all of this once you click on any of these, you'll be able to visualize it on your graph. So there's going to be a big graph under this one. Yeah. So row 1 will be still the heading of this. That you know it's your smart building. Row 2, we have drop-down menu for you to select whatever you want to visualize on this graph. So, drop-down menu 1 will be to select whatever you want to visualize. And the other one would be whether you want to check it yearly, monthly, weekly, or daily. So it will display on this graph. Then the other row can be used for maybe you want to download your data, download button. So maybe your data, you want to download it. Download data. Yeah. So we'll just make it as simple as this. Okay. Then if you go back to the previous slide, so we're looking at kgs, people in the building, water consumptions. Want to monitor the status of our doors, windows, or something. Maybe if I say, instead of using .2 here, we have been interested in monitoring the temperature of the building. Temperature of the building, okay, or the of the building. We're calling for to monitor smoke. Smoke. If there's fire. I think this one is very important for most buildings now, especially with fire outbreaks happening even in developed countries. So there could be a smoke monitoring system. All right, so let's work with this. So the idea when you're developing a project, make it as simple as possible. You can always have version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4. So to do this now, we can modify our code. So I'm going to save so I'm going to screenshot this and put it in the WhatsApp so you can have a look at it when we are developing it.
What about the second page?
You mean to screenshot the 2 pages?
I know this one first page, the second page, I think where something like drop out. Yeah, sure. Yeah, is it also part of the smart house?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's part of the smart.
Okay.
So again, you can combine all of this into one page, but the other thing is people have to scroll down to see. So instead of allowing people to scroll down for so long, you can make it instead of a single page application, you can make it a multi-page application. Well, again, that's a different. You need to learn how to do that. So, but for now, let's just focus on the single page application. So I'm going to screenshot this one. So now I have to have a question to us. So do you want us to do it together now, or you want to try it on your own?
I think,
I would like to try on my own.
yeah.
Okay. So maybe I give you people some time to try first. So maybe what you could do is, let's do it this way. Let's get a framework for the components, the rows, everything. Let's get it running. Then you can start adding components on your own. So maybe what I can do is this. I'll open a new file. So there's a new file here. To make it fast, so you know what? Because sometimes if you are trying to edit this code, because of too many lines, if you make a mistake here, then too many errors. So it's better to do a new framework. So just copy these first few lines. Just copy this. Yeah. So the next thing is to copy this one. This. So the next thing is to copy this one, paste it here. Okay. So this is the layout. So don't bother about the interface. Then the next thing.
Ross, small big. You're rushing.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so try and do this one first. So import all the modules and create your app, then create the grid. So if you have done with this, then let me know.
Create grid to what extent?
Create the grid. So you mean number of rows?
Okay, create grid to.
You mean the number of rows, or?
No, I mean after creating the grid, you need to create row 1, yeah, row 2, row 3, or just.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Later on. Yeah. Later you do that. But for now, we just want to get the whole framework working first before we start adding rows.
Okay. So we're there. I'm there.
Okay. So if everyone is at this stage, then the next thing is go and copy this app.layout. Okay. If you have done that, the next thing is
add layout to your container.
Your container, this container.
So what role is that? Add layout to your container. What role is that? Where did you copy that?
It's towards the bottom after the layout. So if I go back to, so it's usually after at the end of your layout. If you see this layout, where this green, just go to where it ends. You can see it ended here. So it's after that point. So you see it.
Okay, next.
So after that, you go to the bottom of the code, you go and copy this. This is to run your server. Okay, so if you have done that, the next thing is to save your file.
So can we write a comment to run your server?
Yeah, you can write. Yeah. So you can save it. I put here IoT smart building. Okay. So it's everything. If everything is working,
Do you want us to try running it?
yes, please. I'll run it.
Why is it saying lazy loading?
It's saying lazy loading because if you look at the last line on line 32, there's this debug is equal to true. So normally if you are still in the development phase of your web application, you make it true so that you can be seeing the box. But if you make it false, then so that's why it's warning you that you are still in the debug mode. And once you there's a lazy loading. Okay, see something is wrong with my spider. So if yours is running, you will see the IP address. Just copy it 127 something.
So you want us to paste it?
Yeah, so copy the IP address and put in your browser. So if you have run yours, maybe you want to share your screen with us to see what's happening.
Mine is not. Mine just say dash, empty.
Okay, so I think it's what celebration, and there's no error. That means it's working.
Oh, it's working.
Yeah, it means it's working. No error.
Okay.
So it's working, but you can't say anything now because we have not added component to it.
Yeah. It just say dash. Then
Mine
blank.
is still updating. I had some network issues. So I'll give
Okay.
feedback.
So you will see something like this on my screen. You see, then occasionally you see it loading. So now your Dash your web application framework is up and running. So the next thing is you can now go back to begin to add things here. So what I like you to add first, so majorly you'll be focusing on creating your grid as your layout. Okay. So this is where you need to add a square bracket because you want to create a list of things you want to add to our layout. And so first you create row 1. Row 2. So from our design, we have how many rows? So from our design, we have row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. We have 5 rows. So let's create 5. We're going to create 5 rows first. So just do so if you've done that, so the first thing we want to do is to create our row 1, right? That's the heading for our dashboard. So again, just come back here, copy this code, copy this DBC row, just copy everything. So you see DBC row 1, IoT Smart Farm style. So we can change it to IoT enabled. Smart building. So if you do that and you save, yes, then you have to check your dashboard. You see something like this, IoT enabled smart building. All right. So are we together? Is everybody? Is everyone following? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
You have something like this. So, oh, good. All right. Thank you. So the next thing is to create our next row. So we can just easily do that here. Just do DBC control and put parentheses and put your comma. So just copy this one, DBC. So we have created our rows now. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, or there's row 5. So now, before we create our next row, we want to add that header, that straight line. I think it makes the dashboard a little bit beautiful. So just copy this one, html.hr. Just put it below your so if you save this as you check your again, you see the line there. Okay. So now, okay, good. So now we want to create our row 2. And in this row 2, we are looking at power usage, counter for people in the building, and water consumption. So we're just going to divide it into 3 columns. So to do that, so to divide row 2 into 3 columns, you just put a list again, square bracket. So you put, sorry, divide into 3 columns. You put your list as your square bracket, then you type column 1, column 2, column 3. So when you have column 1, column 2, and column 3, so now to create your column is just the same thing, BBC dot column. So DPC column 1, column 2, column 3. We created our columns there. So if you have done that, the next thing is, maybe I wait for everyone to do that. So again, try and save and run your code to make sure there's no error. So far, no error. Everything is still okay. So we want to add components to our column and column 3. Bless you, bless you. Column 1, column 2, and column 3. So for us to add columns, we need to go to we need to decide whether we want to use a gauge or a digital display. So let's go to our, what do you call it? Dash. So in this case, if you come to this link, I will share the link in the chat box. I'm sharing it in the chat box. So if you come to this link, maybe you want to check LED display. Let's look at LED display, how it looks like. So you have this LED display. So if you want to use this type, or you want to use a large one, you want to use So let's try this. So all you need to do, just copy this code, Ctrl C, and put your spider and put it here. You can put so if you saved it, the next thing you will see on your so you can see it's already there. So you have your digital meter there.
Also, can you allow us to finish this stage before you move to the
Yes. Okay.
next? Okay.
Maybe you can change your label to power. So you have it this way, power kilowatt. Okay. So that is done. Then the same thing can be done to your column 2, column 3. So maybe, do you want to try that by yourself? So for column 2, we are adding, remember we are adding, so this is digital meter for power consumption. And column 2 is counter for people in the building. And column 3 is water consumption. For water consumption, you can use a gauge there if you wish to. Then for counter for people in the building, again, just go to the website and see what fits you better. So if you put anything, you can check whether a gauge is better or counter. So note for your digital meter, you can change the background color, you can change the color of the font. So you can play with all those properties. So maybe I'll let you guys finish column 1, column 2 and 3. And maybe you can show to us whatever you have added to your, so you can interact with one another and see it's open. See what, share what you're doing. So maybe I give you like 20 minutes to do that. Then when I come back, we go to row 3.
Sorry, can you display your code? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that's all.
For the column 2, sir,
Yeah.
if we want to add the counter for people, what can we copy from the dash? Which of the, is there something that has to do with counter there that we can just copy and paste for the column 2?
So normally for counter, right? Counter is more like a digital meter.
Okay, sir.
So you can use the digital meter, similar to the one we use for the LED display.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can use a text. So let's say you don't want to use those things. You just want to put a space there. Then in the space, you update your numbers. So let me show you something. So let's see. So this does not really have. So this does not really have. So you may want to go to dash. So in dash, you have this like, see. Just 1 second. Okay. So if you go to this link, let me see. I'll put it in the. From that link, there's what we call text area. So if you click on text area,
You say under where, sir?
you see text area. If you scroll down from the link I sent, you see like put text area.
Under, okay, dash it. Okay, let me check.
Under dash core components,
Okay.
you see text area. So you can see this example, just copy this thing. Text area, Control C. Let's say I want to not use a text area to add to my component. I don't want to use a counter or anything. So just come here. Oh, let's see. So it's something like this. But this guy is too big. So I'm gonna make this send.
Doc,
Yeah.
I think to save time, it's better for us to let us do this thing. Because
Oh, any challenges?
no, I don't have any. I'm not doing my column number 3.
3. Okay.
The dash, the level is fine. Column 1 is fine. It's showing my time, digital. Now the column 3 has to do with let me check.
Water consumption.
No. Okay. You're using the third figure. Yeah. Column 2 has to do with counting people, right?
Yeah.
Then column
Counting.
3 with water consumption.
Yeah.
So how will you get the dash components
For which one?
for counting and the water consumption?
Okay. So for the counting, right? So there are different ways to do it. Maybe just put a text area there that you update, like I did in the code. This one. Or you can still use the same digital display. So let's say we use digital display. Just copy this.
Yeah, I want to know where did you get the
Okay, the components from the
counting code from the dash dot from the
okay,
dash library?
I send the link. If you check the chat box, I
Okay.
sent 2 links.
No, I have the dash library. I mean, where did you get the
Code
yes for the counting?
count. Okay, for sorry. You mean for this one I put here now?
Yes.
Okay, I got it from this. So from this link, if I share the link again.
Sorry, what's that name? T what?
Text area.
Okay.
So let me share the link again. So from
Text
I went.
area, I'm there.
So if you look at this example, what you need is just the component, this text area.
So my question is, how will you easily know that this is where to go and get the library for particular aspect?
Okay.
So you have to read all the drop down ribbons.
Okay. No. So if you look at the course, right, there are 2 things we are working with. The first one is dash core component, and the second one is dash bootstrap component. So for dash core component, you go to that link I sent to you, this link, the link I sent to you now. So you can see dash core component. So it will tell you all the components they have there. If you want to create a checklist, a clipboard, you want to create a confirmation that. So you need to go through all this and see which one suits whatever you want to do. So in this case, if you don't want to use a digital meter, so this is for DCC. Then if you want to do for special components, you use the DBC, which is the one I sent under dash underscore dark. So again, that one too has its core components, which are all these ones here: Boolean switch, color picker, gauge, LED display, tank, thermometer, toggle switch. So these 2 links are the links you need to select any component.
Please, I have a small challenge.
Okay. What's the challenge?
I am still on this counter, text counter. Okay. I copied the link. After I ran it, it's showing me an error. And that error says closing parenthesis does not match opening parenthesis. And I don't know if I should just share my screen briefly.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sir. Can you see me, sir?
Not very clear.
Okay.
Okay, I can see. Yeah.
Okay. If you can see my cursor, it's showing does not match opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis. Can you see where my cursor is?
So it says you should go to line 41. Is it line?
What is there is on line 41. I have this opening parenthesis, which is this, right? Then when I scroll down, sorry, there's this red. This is closing parenthesis they're referring to.
Okay. So I think there's a mix up there. So if you go up. All right. No. So if you look at your column, okay, the opening parenthesis for your dcc.text area, if you click on it.
I should click on this?
No, for the text area. The opening parenthesis, yeah. So where does it end?
Yeah. On line 48.
So I think what is happening there is when you copied so can you show me the things you copied for the text area, where you copied it from?
Okay.
I think there's need for one parenthesis on comma there.
Exactly. So you can see in this code, there's open parentheses.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, so make sure you copy.
Okay, I should copy it again and delete that one.
And then you go and just add a parenthesis after the.
Okay, let me go back and add it then.
Because mine did not show until when I added, then it displayed.
So where am I? What am I to do? Okay, there should be another. Okay. I think I get the point now. After this, then this, then this, and
then
comma.
Yeah.
Am I good?
Yeah.
So try it and let's see. So you run again, let's see. You need to run your server first. You haven't run your server.
You show me. $979. I'll play out just. Is there any problem with my 979, please?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, look at what you're showing me.
Line 79. Okay. So first thing you need to do on line 69, remove the comma after the row. Go back. So go back to that. We scroll up. So column 2.
This syntax, is there anything wrong there?
I don't think there's anything.
No, Nina.
App layout is correct. It's correct, I think. Let me see. App.layout is good. Let me see. Okay, let's do something. Can you freeze these guys from row 62 to 69? Comment them.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think I have a meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Can you?
Okay, so
Yeah, so maybe at the end of the day, if you can share the final code for me, I mean to me, so that I'll compare what I have
okay.
and
So
practice it on my own.
okay. All right, no problem. So whatever code we are able to do today, then share everybody.
You're right.
No problem.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're welcome. Yeah. So please let me go to your code. Let me see. I want to see. Okay, let's do it this way. Sometimes when things are not working, just do Control Z to undo until Control Z, Control Z. Control Z. Okay, so scroll down. Okay, do Control Z, Control Z. Keep doing Control Z until the last. Okay, scroll down and see. Okay, so the arrow is not here, right?
Can I run it now?
Run it, let's see. Okay, so launch. All right, so for now, just reduce the size.
So what did I do wrong?
Maybe one of those, when you are adding parentheses, you probably put it at the wrong place.
Oh. Okay.
Make sure it's 50% the way it's written.
Yes, sir.
The way it's written, wait, the way it's written there, you can see the way they wrote the 50%.
I just changed from 100 to 50.
Yes. Look at the weight, the way they wrote the weight.
Okay. Is there something I did wrong?
You can see the way they put the weight. 50 quotation mark 50%.
Okay,
but
sorry.
this will still work anyway.
Wait, let me just Control Z and see. And this, I just changed this 100 to 50. This 100, that's what I did.
What I'm saying is this: if you want to make them of equal percentage, then you will use the way they put it as. Or you can still change 50 there on the percentage. Then if you want to just height, you can change it to 50. It's fine.
Okay.
So change it to 50.
That's the width now.
Yeah. Then you can change the height to 50. Okay. Run it will work this way anyway. So refresh your. So you can stop sharing and let me show you the way I did mine. So what I did is I made the width 50% and height 50% this way. Then whatever you are placing in your value, change it to just maybe 200 or something.
Daddy, help me open gate for this. Huh? Help me open gate for her, please. I did do online class.
Okay. So if you want to use a text area, I can do that. But for me, I think I prefer this LED display. I'll just copy this and replace.
This is for the third column, right?
Be for my second. I don't like the text area display.
Okay, so we should switch to LED.
Not necessarily. It depends on you what you want to do. If you want to use that text area, is for you.
Okay.
For me, I prefer the LED display.
That text area will be the one in P.
You really want to do what? I think I like my own like this. It looks more. Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
change my own too.
All right. So next thing is you may want to add your gauge. So for water consumption, maybe you may want to add maybe a gauge there to show. Again, it could be digital. So let's say you want to use a digital, just copy the same thing. So I think for me, this is okay. So the next thing you want to add is row 3. Sorry, we've added row 3, but we want to divide row 3 into 4 columns to monitor the status of our door, window.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm also having an error message. Syntax error.
Okay. Do you want to share?
Yes.
All right.
So this first one here, line 49.
Okay. So, uh, 45.
Yeah, sorry, I hadn't been here. I don't know if everyone is having the same issue. Well, couldn't hear the last few statements you made.
Yeah, sorry. I had a call coming in. Sorry for
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah. So I think on line 45, you
Yeah.
did a mix up. Okay. So line 45, there should be a comma after the parentheses. Why
Yeah.
on line 43, I don't think there's a need for comma.
53 or 43.
43.
Okay.
So that is done. And
So the same thing for 54.
yeah.
So now it's giving this app layout.
Also syntax error, right?
Yeah, syntax here on line 67.
Just 1 second. I'm trying to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, can you expand the code area?
Scrolling up or down.
Okay, it's fine now. No, it's fine. Okay, on row 2,
Yeah.
where you have row on line 34.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So can you click on the parentheses on line 34? I want to see the end. Okay. Then on 36, on the column, the parentheses for the, then line 49, everything seems to be okay. Maybe on line 60, can you put a comma after the parentheses? Let me see.
Oh, here.
Yeah. So let's look at the error. What's it saying on the error? If you put your cursor on the error, on the red symbol, if,
Invalid syntax.
DBC.
Oh,
So before
yeah.
you added the other components,
Yeah.
was it working?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. If you scroll up, let's see.
Still up.
Yeah. Up. This seems, so maybe let's do undo back. Let's go back to where it was actually working. We click undo.
Okay. Now let's see this.
Okay. So were you using the complete file? You were modifying the file, right?
Yes, I was modifying.
Oh, yeah. I think that's where the problem is. So this was what I was trying to avoid. Because once you start modifying, then it's difficult to like trace where things
Yeah,
are.
where it's like I've deleted everything now. So
Yeah. So maybe what I can do is maybe send you this one I have here. Then you can use it. I will send you the file here.
okay.
Attach it. Yeah. It's going to be easier that way because, yeah, if you're trying to modify an existing file, it's quite difficult. Okay, I've forwarded it to the WhatsApp.
Okay.
So I think that will be easier for you to work with. All right, so I think I've shown you guys how to do the layout. So what I need to do is to go and continue with the rest. So for column, we've done row 1 and row 2. So you need to add row 3. So let's say for the door 1, right? So for doors, maybe you just need some indicators. And in fact, there's a way we can do this. We can put all the door and window indicators in one column. And we have our temperature and our smoke detector in another column. So let's put some indicators. So if you want to put indicator, you need to go to the dash dot dash underscore DAC, where you have all those fanciful components. So you go to dash DAC. So there's an indicator. You see the indicator?
You're not sharing the screen.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so if you can see my screen, you go to the dash DAC. So for your information, this DAQ means data acquisition. So DAQ means data acquisition, DAC. So under the dash, you see this component indicator. Click on the indicator. There are some examples here. So like this. So basically, let me see. So if you want to use a square indicator or whatever, you can just pick anything and use. So let's use this. Let's use this one. If I pick this one, so make sure you copy. Then I go to my code. So now we are on row 3, right? So row 3, you need to add a list. So just square bracket. So we want to say column 1. 2. To make for column 1, we just put, sorry, wait first. We need to create the row, the column first. So it's dbc dot column. So you do the same thing for, then a comma, so there's a comma there. You come and do comma. Okay. So the next thing is in our First column, we can create a list there. So we can put our indicator. Sorry. So we copy this dark indicator. Okay. So it has added the indicator for me there. So let's say I copy another. I just want to put more indicators on the same column. So maybe this one do too. So I can monitor all my doors on one column, maybe door 1, door 2, door 3. Maybe there are windows as well. I say this one is window. Window 1. So, yeah. Then you can put the one closed.
Sorry, you are putting 3 different indicators in one column?
Yes.
Okay.
That's, yeah. So I'm just trying it out and seeing, I want to see how it looks like. Okay, so if I run this, see, let me see how it looks like. So it shows me window 1, door 1 is closed, door 2 is closed, window 1 is closed. So when we implement the callback, and let's say the door 1 is open, so we can make it to change the title to door 1 open, then change the color to maybe white or red or something. Okay. So what I've done is I've collapsed, instead of making 2 columns for separate window 1, I've collapsed all the indicators for the door. Since the the components are not that big, so we can collapse it into one column. All right. So if you have done with that, the next thing is for column 2, maybe we can add our temperature. So maybe we want to monitor the temperature of the room. So maybe we can add our temperature gauge here.
My indicators are showing on the second column instead of the first column, sir.
Let me check. Do you have any column on top of the ones you created? So in your row, it must be the first column you created.
Okay, I think I created them under column 2.
Yeah, so check. So make sure they're on that column. So for the temperature gauge, just go back to the codes I said earlier. Just go and copy one of the gauges there. Just make sure you take note of the beginning parentheses and the ending parentheses. So just copy to see. All right. So if you have that, you save it. Temperature. So now we've added temperature to the column 2 in our row 3. So if you notice something, right, the what do you call it now? The components we added on row 3 are very close to row 2. So maybe we want to put a page break there to create a gap. So it's not too close. But again, it depends on you. You may want to add that or not. So if you want to add that, you just go to just add HTML.break. Copy this. I'll put it between row. So at the end of row, you can put it at the beginning of row 3. Just put something like that there. So in that case, so you can see it creates a gap for me. So before on row 3, I just added this HTML.break. Okay. So for the smoke detector, I think we can modify instead of putting a smoke detector here. So I don't know, for most houses, they probably want to measure the value of the smoke, the carbon content of the smoke. They want to see the values. Why some just want to trigger alarms, okay? So they just want to show the smoke alarm is on or the smoke alarm is off. Okay, so it depends on what you want to do. It's up to you. So if it's just a smoke alarm indicator you want to show, maybe we can also add that to column 1. Then we can use this fourth column or the third column for maybe humidity, to measure the humidity of the room. But those are some of the things people monitor: temperature, humidity. Maybe they want to use that to control the aircon or whatever. So maybe we can do some modification. So I will just put this. So the modification we've done so far is we have moved window 1 indicator. So column 1 to made column 2. Temperature, and column 3. So maybe we'll make it humidity. Okay. Then we can add smoke here. All right, so let's quickly do that then. Maybe after that, I will take a break. Then I will let you guys just continue with the rest. So for column 3, we're saying we can add, so maybe let's go to column 1. Let's add the smoke alarm indicator. So again, I'll just copy this. See, I make sure there's a comma first before I copy. So I'll put a smoke alarm. So you can see I've added door 1 closed, door 2 closed, window 1 closed, smoke alarm off. So these are just indicators. So for the temperature, we can make the say room temperature. Okay. So now on column 3, so we add our humidity. So make sure that your ID are not the same, otherwise there will be error. sure your ID, if you are replicating, make sure IDs are not the same. Otherwise, there will be error. So here we're talking about so it's now if I check my all right, so you can see our IoT enabled smart building is taking shape gradually. So I'm going to stop here. I don't want to add more components because I'll let you to go and add whatever components you want to add. Maybe you want to add sockets. You want to add some control switch. So maybe you want to control your okay. So are we together? Any issues so far? So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna stop here. Then I'll allow you, if you want to add, maybe save this particular file if it's working. If your file is working, maybe try and save it somewhere. So in case you make some modifications, it doesn't work, then you can always revert back to your saved file. So just try and save this file somewhere. Then you can now add more components. So you want to add your power button and everything. So you can just try that. Again, if you want to add components, just go to the two links I sent to you, the dash DAC and the dash website. Then for this particular IoT smart enabled building, based on our components, I think we can implement for room temperature, room humidity, because we have the sensors. We can implement for people counter. So what we do with people counter is we can use the infrared sensor on the two infrared sensors. So one infrared sensor will be to monitor when somebody enters the building. The second infrared will be to monitor when someone goes out of the building. So based on the number of differences, you'll be able to know how many people are in the building. Then it will display. For the power consumption, we don't have the sensors in the kit. So for power consumptions, you need two sensors or one. It's either if you use two sensors, it will be more accurate. But if you use one sensor, it will still give you, but maybe not accurate. So what you need is a current sensor. So normally the current sensor will be put on the live wire of your power supply to your building. So based on that, it will be reading the current that is being consumed in your building. Then you can use the current to multiply the voltage to get you the power. Then the power consumption, so current times voltage will give you power. Then for you to know how much power you have consumed in an hour, so you accumulate you sum up all the power and divide it by maybe 60 minutes. It will tell you the amount of power you have consumed, kilowatts. Okay. Then for the door closed, door open, So there's this magnetic sensors, but they are not in the kit. So for that, you cannot maybe use the infrared sensor. Otherwise, you may need to order the magnetic sensors. So magnetic sensors, they are just two. Let me see whether I have them close by. Yeah, I have them close by, so I'll show to you now. They are very cheap, very, very cheap, and they are simple components. So if you look at my screen, you can see these two components. So they are the door contact sensors. They are very small. So you just put it, one will be on one part of the frame of the window, the one that opens, and the other one will be, so there are two. One will be there's a sticker, you stick it to the fixed part of your window or your door, while the other one, without a cable, will be the one moving with the part of the window that is mobile. So once this is fixed to the door, and this to the other part that is, so once it comes together, then it will send a signal to your PicoW. And from there to tell you the door is closed or the door is open. So it's something that can be implemented. Maybe I can build it on my own project here. For smoke alarm, we can do that because we have a smoke sensor in the kit. So we can integrate smoke sensor to our hardware to monitor. So yeah, so at least we can do smoke sensor, temperature, room, people counter. For water meter, you need a flow, is what they call flow rate sensor, water flow rate sensor. So you need to buy that. Again, when you buy that flow rate sensor, you need to get a plumber to mount it on your pipe. So the flow rate sensor will be mounted on your pipe. So when water is flowing through this flow rate sensor, it will send some signals to your PicoW. And from there, your PicoW will be able to calculate the amount of water you are using. I'm not sure of the unit now. Maybe it's meter cube per whatever. I don't know how they calculate that, but so it's something you can do. Yeah. So any questions so far? If there are no questions, then I will let you use the remaining time to add more components to this dashboard. So in our next class, what we now do is to implement the callback for this IoT-enabled smart building. So we implement the callback. Then on my own part, I will try and complete the IoT for smart farm, implement all the callbacks, everything. And I will share the codes with you, or in case you might find it helpful, maybe you want to use it for a similar project somewhere. But for the next class, we'll try and implement the callback for the IoT-enabled building. And yeah, we'll see how it works with our PicoW. All right, so I think that's all for me for today. So if you have any questions, please, you can ask now. Or if you have any issues with your code, maybe if your code is not working up to this stage, please, you can ask. Otherwise, I will send the file again, this updated file. I'll send it to the group so that you can look at it and make use of it. Yeah, so any questions? Okay, so I presume everyone is okay. Dr. Bruno has a meeting. Engineer Adiola is away, so is not able to join today, but hopefully you'll be able to have access to the recorded videos and content. Then, where else is not here today? Okay. So I think that's all for now. So on this note, I would like to thank you. So again, apology for my voice. So I'm hoping it comes out well on the recording. So maybe you can still listen to it. Otherwise, you can just go through the codes and the slides. So I'm going to upload the slides on Schoology, but I will share the codes on the WhatsApp group. Yeah. So, all right, thank you very much. If there's no question or comment, then I want to wish you a goodbye and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice weekend, everyone.
Take care of yourself and be well soon.
Sorry?
We are having a break where it's finished.
No, we are finished here. So you can just continue working on your own. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wish you getting well very soon. So
thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Good night. And good
All
day.
right. Thank you. Good drink your pepper soup.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Good night. Bye.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.